I apologize for burping. So there's a woman named the Childlike and Language. She's a Dominican woman. She's Afro Mestiza, means she's native Spaniard and African from the Dominican Republic. And she's friends with chemistry. And I have to address these issues because she's going her chemistry. Antonio, this Wangster came from Houston. I don't want to mention his name because his California friends trolling on my channel. You know they both black. And going back and forth. I see our comments on there. The California Chicano friends when they got upset because I called the Latina Chicano girl who was saying she won't see black men killed in Sacramento. I know who you are, dude. Okay, and every time I go, he's gonna come certain Mexicans channel. I know how I block you, but you said comment on me. Yeah, okay. And he's in denial of the black ancestry in Mexico. Yeah, okay. So I want to address some issues about this Dominican woman. First of all, you said that the Haitians who come over, who mostly are African descent, and I need to specify those Haitians are not pure black either. There's a color division. It's the one who are more exotic looking, mostly look like you, who are Haitian, who are not Dominican, who run the country, and those who are dark like Kodak Black, who's also Haitian. That's at the bottom. There's a singer named Jason Deliro. I seen Jason Deliro when I was working in security, temporary, in 2016 when I criticized what's his name, Kendrick Lamar, telling the crowd to say the word nigga. I didn't hear the song Mad City, but I had kicked the brother out who was trying to do the March Madness 2016 in Discovery Green, who jumped. Yes, I'm that brother that told it I got crazy. I don't like to get crazy in my authority, but he jumped the fence trying to go on Kendrick Lamar, and I remember some of the white fans was like looking at me crazy. And my Hispanic supervisor kicked him out. 19, 18-year-old brother didn't do nothing, trash, okay? Yeah, I did say it because you was out there acting a fool, and you know that the laws were hot. They targeting us brothers and Latino. So why would you do such things? But anyway, he called me motherfucker, my Latino worker, employer, excuse me, supervisor. Said, you the motherfucker. Get your ass over here now. I don't condone bad authority, but I'm sorry. I had to defend my Latino. As the brother called me a motherfucker for getting mad, and because you jumped the dog on fence. Well, I can't tomorrow before. I'm sorry. So, I'm forgetting 2016. That was me right there by the media area because I make sure only media come through that area, okay? Now, in time warning all that stuff. Don't forget them back in 2016. But when I go to video, I see folks use the word nigga, Latino, not to Mexican American dude. A guy, his friend, said the word nigga to the man. See, this before the white girl in Mississippi, Alabama, whoever it was, had said the word nigga to the man, says, and Ken Lamar got upset. Okay, y'all remember that video back in 2016? And then that same time, that Sunday, that Tuesday, around about April, yes, the early April, I met my Asian doctor cousin on my white side of the family, okay? On that Tuesday, who's his white doctor mama, is my mama long distance cousin, through my four grandmother and a white woman who are Irish English, okay? God dog, that's how I'm forgetting this stuff. Okay, so, he showed a picture of my white long distance cousins and everything. Anyway, let's get to the subject about so getting back to the subject about the Kendrick Lamar, Jason Lero, because I know he took his shirt off during the beginning of the concert at the March Madness. More camel complected brother. That's not a pure black dude. He looks more black, but not black. He's Haitian, okay? Jason Lero. Jason Lero is, you can check out some French or some, probably some Latin down there too. Now, so please get that accurate. Is people self-identify as pure black and mulatto, and not based on within the gene pool, especially when they have the colorism in Haiti. And also Haiti was a prosperous country up until the United States before Hillary Clinton. And I did research on Hillary Clinton before Hillary Clinton came and fucked it up. Right, both of her dumb ass. Anyway, the United States back in like the Jim Crow time, they was giving money to Haiti and something corrupt down there happened. That's what happens. Well, and now they voodoo. Not all Haitians do voodoo. Let's get this straight right now. And I could be Haitian since the Creole, Louisiana, because when the French took over the Spanish Louisiana, that's how I mixed with Spanish Creole, because my grandfather was a Real. Okay, the white grandmother, son, she married a passive white Creole man. That's my third grandfather. My third grandfather's wife, her dad was a Real. They changed his route. Okay, so, and he was born in Texas with Spanish Louisiana. Real is a Spanish last name. So I'm Spanish Creole too. So I'm part Hispanic. Anyway, so they started bringing French slaves. And like the first voodoo queen, who was a either triracial or mulatto biracially, Marie Laveau, she did an Angela Bassett play in American Horror Stories. Of course, Angela Bassett's camera skin, but Marie Laveau was very light, very fair skin. Because her dad was a white man, French, and their mother was either mixed with black, white, Native American, French Creole, or either black and French, something like that. Okay, anyway. And she was a free woman of color. She wasn't a slave. And she was the first voodoo woman. Voodoo queen in New Orleans. And when the Haitians taught her, that came through there. And there were free people of color. When the Dominican Republic and Haiti was together, there was Hispaniola, San Domingo, whatever it's called. The African people who were Creole, mixed, people of color used to go to there. And a lot of folks not know that, especially escaping from slavery, when the Anglos came in, okay? Now, and actually that's very true. Many of the Creoles of color went to Mexico, went to Haiti, I think the Dominican Republic, and Jamaica as well, to get from Massa. I mean, besides the blacks was going to Mexico too. I would too. I wouldn't stay here in no damn Mexico. And that's where the African people like Latin America come from. One thing, chemistry, your friend did not do research. In Texas, in South Texas, in the Valley, a lot of African men married Mexican women. This is no joke. And a lot of the African people mixed in pure cross the Rio Grande. So when I hear African people being coonish, just like coconuts who hate African people, that criticize, called Latinos wetbacks, they don't realize that we were wet blacks too, okay? To get away from Massa. That Rio Grande was our other underground river, just like the Mississippi River. And Mexico opened its doors. That's why I love Mexico, okay? The Mexican Americans that hate Africans, these are whitewashed, okay, Anglo-nized, just like the African people who hate Hispanics are Anglo-nized too. You know, so you get my point that Texas was stolen due to and when people say they know black mix in Mexico, that's a lie. The second president of Mexico, African Mestizo Guerrero, banned slavery in 1829. And on September 15th, 190 years ago, and this September 15th will be 190 years ago that. And that was because after the Mexican versus Spain situation happened, and Mexico mixed race, Mexico won against white Spain. And you had the African, you had the Spaniard, the mixing of the Spaniard, Native, and African mixture in that caste system come together. They got rid of the caste system, and you had the second president of Mexico banning slavery because the Anglos from the South, okay, brought slaves, both pure and mixed, in Texas, Tejas, and they was trying to make Texas part of their own ideology of making it a slave territory. Mexico was a freeman, was a free ground. So slaves and former slaves came here when it was Mexico. They had manifest destiny. The United States government was trying to manifest that it was Andrew Jackson at the time, who was an evil man. That's on $20 bill. They're trying to put Harriet Tubman on there. I agree with that as well. To put Harriet Tubman there because Andrew Jackson not only was he was evil. The Trail of Tears, he bought Spanish Florida, and Spanish Florida was a free ground for slaves to get away from Massa in mix with Native American and white Spaniards. So you understand? So Latin countries was ground for freedom. So when y'all make videos about BBC obsession, you're very ignorant, including you. Okay, Latin America was a free ground for runaway slaves. Mexico was a safe haven. So us having, and even though I have a drop of Spanish mixture from Louisiana, that's like natural because Latinos in those countries open their doors to African people to get away from white, slave, Anglo, racist, wasp masters. Okay, so to make videos about that, and the African culture is mixed with the Spanish and Native culture in Latin America because you understand when it comes to Anglo black culture, they stripped every African out of our ancestors, changed their names, converted to Protestant Christianity, even though in certain areas like in Louisiana was Catholicism, Maryland, and certain parts of Virginia, they believe, or Kentucky because of the first black Catholic Congress was founded in the area. Yes, Mississippi, even was mostly Protestant, but they had Creoles. And, so anyway, even Isaiah Thomas, who's from Chicago, Mary Thomas was Catholic. Is she still living? They were Catholic. They're from Mississippi, okay? Yes, the basketball player in Chicago. And a lot of folks, there's an article about Chicago, how corrupt it is, the city it is, even as R. Kelly and Jesse Smollett, this Kim Fox situation, the Kanika Jenkins, the Laquan, the Alvarez, the Emmanuel, those folks, and Ronald Watts and all them. And actually, speaking of Haiti, Chicago was founded by a mulatto Haitian, the Sabo. Okay, so he married an American woman. He was a Catholic. He found Chicago. Though history, okay, he also beat slavery because in New Orleans they was trying to make him a slave. Okay, and he fought against slavery. Okay, he spoke Spanish and French and English and the American language. A lot of folks not know the history. That's why when Kim should talk about the history, because that's the root of the problem. You got to know the root of the problem before you start making an argument. Okay, I always practice that game. Now, when you talk about BBC obsession, and I understand why you're saying that. And like I said in my video with the Whitexican here in Houston that making videos, if I see on his social media, I do see the ghetto trash that he hang with. Okay, so I understand where he's coming from. Chemistry, yeah, you hang with the ghetto, didn't do nothing trash of the African community. And a lot of times when I was in Job Corps in El Paso, Texas, or when I was in the east side of Harris County, a lot of Latinos will go after those guys like friends. They would not talk to me. I have most of my friends on my social media, when I had my private Facebook before I closed it, were Latino men over African men. Okay, so that so point. But actually, a lot when I was in Job Corps and I was on Paso, I'll give you one story. The Latino dudes that was very hip, they would not want to fool with me as friends. No, they're going to hang with the thug, ghetto-fied brothers. Even also a part Mexican and part African. They were in part one. We had one that was ghetto-fied trash. Who was part Korean. That went to the military that had issues with me. Not get along. For real, they was in a hood, and this was time when the 50 Cent and Ja Rule, and Let Me See Your Grill, and all that, and Young Ja. Real, when they really like you had, like I said on my video, songs, Soldier, with Destiny's Child and the Hood Boy from Fantasia, who's also rumored to be part Cuban because Moreno is not a wasp black name, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, understand that's the reason why. So, going back to the situation, when I'm making these videos, I clap back at them because they're very stereotypical. Not every brother, including myself, who, I like all women, but the reason why that I was in with Latinos because I went to predominantly Hispanic school in the East Side. Not too many African women, girls, and white girls, especially when the area where I'm originally from, in the East Side, came mostly Hispanic. The white Anglo people gentrify their asses, especially the racist ones, gentrify their asses out. They went the white out, they left, okay? So that's what that's I was exposed to. Mostly Latinas. And that same thing that I have a friend who's Mexican American, he likes sisters. He was exposed to sisters. just like Paul Wall, the rapper here in Houston, he's married to a sister. He's not married to no white woman. You know what I'm saying? The sister 19 has white in the American bloodline. She's 19, not pure black. But you get my point. So, many people who live in certain areas of maybe like the minority or whatever, they're going to gratify to what they're supposed to. That's just natural. If you take a Latino dude, and I had a Latino dude who ain't nothing but white women, blushing blonde, because that's what he was supposed to. Okay, so, and I have I had Latino homies that's our going friend that went to Kashmir. I ain't gonna say who his name is. And most of his girlfriends at Kashmir High School was of African American descent. That's all he fooled with. He didn't talk to me Mexican or Salvadoran girls. Everybody thought he was Mexican, but he was Salvadoran. That's what he went with. That's what he gratified to. That's what it is. So, therefore, but you need to blame your Hispanic male friends who, I'm not saying all Hispanics, don't get me wrong, I'm not generalizing. I witnessed it. They will hang with thug out, ghetto-fied, accuracy men who fit the narrative of what they think what a brother should be. I'm not that person, so I'm the enemy to that. And they will clown me. I got made fun, saying you were self-hating all this other because I was not buying the stereotypes. And I would laugh. But when that didn't do nothing brother act a fool with them, that's what you bought. So they hang with your cousins, your sister. Yeah, you brought that to your community. You didn't buy the intelligent brothers who, like myself, who don't fit into that narrative. So, yeah, they're going to DR, they're going to Mexico. Yeah, like if I was in Job Corps in El Paso, I didn't go to Juarez. Juarez is ghetto. It's dangerous. But I knew a brother from St. Louis, about a couple, who's darker than me. Dark skin, he was darker than me. And he was in the military, and he literally cheated on his Mexican American girlfriend. I ain't tell the business. I prayed, because I didn't want him to confront me about it, because I was about to do the play ahead of me. You sleep with thoughts. Thoughts in Juarez, prostitutes, 19 got HIV, anything. And you go on my homegirl, and I prayed, and thank God she told me she no longer with that dude. Okay? That dude was in the military, and this brother was using the thug image. He wasn't a thug. And actually, the Mexican American girls who did like brothers, they liked that darker men. Because we had one dark-skinned brother who was called a certain name because he was the darkest one. His family from New Orleans. And he was Creole, but he was the darkest one. That's why they call him a certain name. I don't want to say his nickname is because it's too much information. And literally, Mexican American girls, I was shocked because I'm from Houston. You normally don't see that in Houston. There is a lot of colorism when it comes to dating choice in Houston, but I'm not lying. One particular girlfriend, she's a light-skinned Mexican girl. Her hair is not actually blonde, but if you literally saw her, you'd think it was a white girl because she's very fair-skinned. She had sharp, bob blonde hair. This woman, this little girl, because she was 16, 17, because he was 17 back in 2004. This girl literally was was loving this dark-skinned brother. And when we got into it, she was defensive. You don't like my man. I'm not lying. It was like, and I was shocked. And then it was one particular girl. There was a frat. She was a light-skinned Mexican girl from Juarez. She was like 19. I was trying to holler at her. Me and her brother didn't get along because he was quirky. He was very wild. Okay. Anyway, but and he was always starting shit in our section 2-1. I'll never forget the 2005. But 2004 and 5. But when his sister, she like a model. She was very beautiful, jet black hair, very fair skinned, and I'm not lying, colorism was big because the Mexican American folks and the Mexican from Juarez, they will make fun of this girl, make lies. When she got real sick, they trash talked this girl. Like, what did she do wrong? Like, she didn't do anything wrong. But girl, like, oh, she stinks. She don't take a bath. They was talking down, and because she was a pretty, and I'm not trying to say because she was light-skinned Mexican, but she was very petite. She kept clothes. She had hair done, and she was very light complected, and she had dark hair, like dark black, jet black hair. the Mexican American folks and Mexican from Juarez at Job Corps, it was like hell. She was getting hated on left and right. But when she got from out the hospital, I was trying to holler at her. And she chose that when that dude turned 18 years old, she tried to talk to that dark skinned Creole brother who was out there because he was a wild, and me and him got into it because I'm sorry, I'm not from that hood, okay? He was ghetto fire, okay? And this before Katrina, okay? So me and him, everybody, because like in Job Corps, they assume all African American city people get along. No, we don't. We have division, just like Latinos have division. We have classes. We have different, personalities. And yes, there is, when it comes to color, it is division as well. And even in his family, they call him a certain name. I want to say it due to him being the darkest one. I'm sure they had some high yellow folks that look like you in his Creole family, okay? So, exotic looking down there, and he came out look like an African, and I know he was Creole, and that he told you, okay? And they're like, why do they call you that name? Because he said, because I'm the darkest one in the family. That's what he told. And when we got into it, okay, because he one of them brothers assumed that I have my own mentality, okay? This the light skinned girl who with the blonde hair, the short one, who was in cooking class. Cause I'm gonna tell all her business. Because one of the Chicano dudes, I could not stand her teacher. Nobody not like that teacher. Even my Mexican American roommate who went to the military, his dad, when they grew back in the 6th and 7th, they didn't like each other, okay? That's how big it was. He died later on. He was a grouch. I can stand. He was military and he was evil. I'm not lying. And I snitched on him because, we had probation and Job Corps. Anyway, you choose 2 electives. So I took business technology. So I took food service. So I was that being the Hispanic guy who's 2 years older than me because he was 2. That's the light complected one who's 2 years older than me. I think he went to Miami or Florida, like that real dressed guy. And I said, you 2 years younger than me? And I know you born in 1977. That you? Yeah, I was 1979. I wanted that homie to be my teacher. I didn't want that old the Chicano man, the darker one, who was very and he was racist. He did not respect my multiracial heritage when I told him I was multiracial. He told me he had a black girlfriend, and then one time he referred me as a boy, and I did snitch on him. Yes, I did. And when he got into it, y'all know I hate to be yelled at. I was a white senator at the time. I said, if you snitch on me one more time on my black skin homegirls in there, chief Mexican, but she was a very religious homegirl. She was cooking. He said, leave him alone. He ain't did nothing wrong to you. She had my back. And I thought she was a darker Mexican, but she's part black. She had my back in the kitchen, and I said, you keep on yelling at me, dude, I'm going to tell Miss So-and-so. That's the white lady who was the sin director. And he said, I'm so sorry. Yeah, don't, I'm in my head, don't fuck with me, homie. I'm not from El Paso. I'm from Houston, okay? I'm from the east side, homie. Don't fuck with me, okay? So, anyway. So he died later on, but I'm not lying. He got fired 2005, and they say he retired. No, he got fired due to his ugly ghetto fire, barrio fire mentality. I swear he had an ugly attitude. I don't know why they they was like, don't call him by his first name, but yeah, dudes would call him by his first name. He had a stanky. Oh, I'm like, why they put me with the one who's 2 years older than me, Mr. So and So class? Although I sometimes call him because we're both 2 years apart, but not in front of everybody. Okay, he was cool. He was a cool person. As long as he don't start shit in his classroom, he was cool. I wanted to be in his classroom if I did food service, not that that army, that PTSD motherfucker. I swear. And he passed away, and I don't disrespect the dead, but I ain't feel sorry, no, because he had an ugly attitude. I feel sorry for that sister he dated. Damn. I'm glad they didn't make no child. If they did, no, I'm not saying black, no. His mentality. I don't have no problem, no Mexican American man going with a sister, but that mentality called me up, and then had disrespect. Talking about the one, I'm in my head thinking, I want to know who's black in your ancestry, Mexican ancestry, because I'm bringing it up. He denouncing my multiracial identity. I'm gonna bring your ass up. I know that dark secret, okay? Don't fuck with me, okay? But anyway, so when she was in the class, the one with the blonde hair, the dark skinned Creole dude's girlfriend, we got into it. And she would, you like my boyfriend? I'm like, I don't know him, but he is ghettofied. No. And the dude tried to start shit with me, and I'm like, I'm not, dude. This is not New Orleans, okay? We ain't El Paso, homie. Don't fuck with me, okay? And I ain't like his attitude. He ain't like mine. Ain't like him. We got along after he got a job, but no, when he used to start shit and start shit with me for real, I ain't like that shit. But that's what she chose. So when the one with dark hair, who was from Watts, that the blonde was Miss American. This one girl from Watts. She about 19, 20 something years old. 21, yeah. She her like 19 and 20 something years old. I was 24 going 25, right? I was trying to holler at her because she was model type, you know what I'm saying? She was very glamorous. And yeah, she got a lot of hate. She was like the fresa. If anyone knows, if Bird Martino was displaying, those are like the upper class Mexicans, and usually they are light skinned, like European looking. But she can tell she had indigenous. She didn't look black, but she indigenous, more looking, but she's pale. Okay, she not. I wouldn't doubt she had it black. Of course, you know the history of Mexico, but she was fine. And she told me she was trying to holler after he broke up with the blonde haired one. He was trying to talk to her, and I'm like, I was trying to holler at her, and she said, "Yeah, I like black men, especially dark men." So my point is, a lot of those Latinas went after those type of brothers, and they went after light skin, like one of my homegirls, cause she has a baby who's part black. Her family from California, in Pachuco. The older was called Mayate Lover and everything else. Anyway, her boyfriend, that's from the same baby daddy. She was cool people. She from northern El Paso. It's the same baby daddy. I think it's from the same baby daddy. Or something, no, yeah, or either because her boyfriend was in the military. He was in Fort Bliss. He a light skinned, high yellow. He a part Asian, Korean, part black. He went in Job Corps. He was a vet. But anyway, but the Pachuco will call her all time Mayate lovers. You know, the older relatives in her family, the veteranos in her family, the OGs, and I guess it's from the south part of California. And she was telling us about it in Job Corps. But for real, when they would go with brothers, they would go after the thug out type brothers. You have those with intelligent ones. But I'm just saying, I noticed that, and I was like, and these Latino dudes would hang with these fools. And you can just tell, like, when it came to me, I don't want to fool with you, and you don't know who you are. It was like, if I don't be still typical, I ain't down. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't be no friends. I had folks, I never forget one of the Latino guys that I was supposed to this business. No, I don't expose people business, but when you start shit, I will. That's the one that I heard rumors that he was bisexual. That's the one that got. I'm going to give you a little detail. I admit your name. You're the one that went to White's, got your head shaved off. That's the one. Okay, my former roommate, got an argument with the Jehovah's Witness guy. He left. That was your friend, like Frankie J. That's okay. You went to the military. Okay, I admit your name, but one of your former roommates, not him, told me that he said there's something about you. You the one was telling everybody that I was gay and everything. That's the reason I brought that up, okay? So don't come fight me. You open your big mouth, put my name in your mouth. I was trying to be cool with you back in 2004. Then when I came back from San Antonio and you was cool, you started dissing me, you know what I'm saying, behind my back and everything. Made fun of me for singing Selena song at the what's it called, the talent show 2004. So your name had not been mentioned, but I know a lot of things about you. So don't go over here talking shit. You started shit. Don't try to fight me. You started shit. Own up to it, homie. Don't try to get me and get mad at me because I know some shit about your ass. Because I ain't started shit with you. I was cool with you. I ain't started shit with you. But when you start shit, I like to get revenge. Anyway, I'm sorry to be all that personal information here. Anyway, he was the one. Him a couple like you know, homie. I want to hang with you, but they didn't do nothing trash at Job Corps. That's what they hung with. Ghetto 5. And I'm like, why? Because I don't hang with. I don't kiss nobody's ass, but we was cool and when they bought more accuracy and folks in there in 2005, I saw they bought even one who's half black and half Mexican. They bought them get up. I'm not lying. But dark and light, high yellow, exact. They bought them get up 5 ones. And the darkest one from Mississippi, Alabama. From Alabama. That one born 88. And when I got the one who was built like a grown man, he was 16, 17. Oh, we got into a fight. Okay, that's the one. Okay, that's the one. He was a blood, whatever he was. Anyway, that was his friend. Yeah, that was his friend. And a couple of them didn't do nothing. I'm not lying. Them ghetto 5 ones. So when y'all make videos about, my point is I go detail that about BBC and Thug and Ghetto Fire and Trash the community, y'all brought that mess to them, y'all people, okay? You went into the unintelligent, acclimated people who fit your narrative, for the stereotype, and brought their asses in around with you because that was your entertainment. Until the entertainment turned against you, that's when you want to stereotype the whole community. And I'm sorry, I'm going to speak my mind. Like Kim, she gets upset when people talk about Hispanic issues. I'm going to speak my mind about when we talk about ADS issues. And unlike him, I back my shit up. And I do read books and everything else and read history. That's one thing he don't like about it. And because when he asked me a personal nasty question 2014, January on 25th, letting me know, okay? And there ain't no lie about that because I have the screenshot of that mess. The truth of the matter is that you the one bringing unintelligent folks to the aura, to Mexico, to Cuba, and all the other places in Latin America, and talking about that they over here starting shit. That's what y'all brought. That's what y'all hang with. When they fit your stereotypical narrative, you brought that shit there. You didn't bring intelligent ones from the college who there for vacation and trying to do things for business. If they're there for a woman to keep it on the low, they're going to tell everybody business. And these is pick and choose what type of thought they don't go any thought out there because you know what type of thought you're going with, okay? They don't know. Sex tourism. That's what y'all brought there. You knew that these dudes, these individuals, think with their penis. And y'all chose to date them. Even the women chose to date these men. They don't tell they know the intelligent brothers. They think that's ordinary. And I did see that in El Paso, like they were shot, you know. And I'm very picky, okay, because I've been in bad relationships before. I've been cheated on, and I take my time in dating. I want to get my money straight first before I even try to start dating and getting married. And when I was in job, I was concerned about my education. Yeah, there was a couple girls I liked, but not all serious about it because I wanted my education first so I could be sufficient first and then start dating. And I know, like I said, I noticed that the Latino women, that they brothers, it was all, majority, not all, halfway stereotypical brothers. Even if they were not dark chocolate, if they were camera like myself or lighter, they were still hood, thug. I'm not lying. And it was the racial big wigs part, something Mexican, cute. For real, they will go after those type of men. Especially when you had the T.I. who's lighter than I am. You had the 50 Cent and all of those who fit the image and Future. Well, Future was in the time. But y'all don't know about, you know, Lil Jon who camera skin like my, you know, the crunk, the. That's what y'all chose to go with back in the early 2000s. I mean, the Ja Rule. But when they start turning over you and start doing wrong to you, being ratchet towards you, don't stereotype the whole community because that. Y'all ain't go intelligent brothers and sisters because y'all less talk about that. Y'all talk about the ghetto fight instead of the whole community of that. And that's getting on my nerves, childlike language, my Dominican sister, okay? Just like you don't want people to trash out the Dominican Republic, don't trash out the whole African City community. And not every Dominican person is all that because there are Dominican Protestant folks in your country. And it's also Dominican, those who do practice hoodoo and voodoo and Santeria. I mean, the point that I have a friend who's a Puerto Rican in Dominican, New York. I ain't gonna say who he is. We was on the post. And he go to his speaking of the barbershop he goes to, they do, they're witch, they're brujo. And he was talking about on the Facebook post that he'll do some spell on the guy who was trying to talk to this girl. Something like that. And I told him in Spanish, be careful. You know, it is brujo. And he told me, he started laughing. He said, dude, I'm good. I got those in my family. He Dominican and Puerto Rican. So, and this is Dominican barbershop. So what are you talking about Haitians doing voodoo when you have them doing Santeria, Dominican folks do voodoo Santeria? Okay? And in the barrio, not all Hispanics do Santa Muerte, Santeria, Santa Palma Yabe, with all the other stuff. But in the barrio, even in Houston, you have Yerberia stores. Yerberia stores where they sell Santa Muerte, Santeria, Santeria, hoodoo, voodoo, and they mix that stuff with Christian Catholicism, which is blasphemy. Even in Spring Branch, there's a store called Santa Muerte. Okay, y'all know Santa Muerte is like the female Grand Reaper. She comes from the Aztec god that was from for voodoo. Not for voodoo, for the Aztec religion that mixed in with the Catholicism. There was something like the occult. You have the Jesus Marvade. So you can't sit here and talk bad about Haitians coming to your country doing voodoo, but you have Dominicans doing this too. Okay? You have other Latinos that do occultic religions. Not all Hispanics do that, okay? But it's weird how you can stereotype Haitians as a whole because a few Haitians doing voodoo. Yes, it is a Catholic country. Not every Haitian do voodoo. Okay? Just like you have folks in Louisiana and here in Texas, African American people who are not Creole, or they Creole in the closet, don't want to tell about who's Creole in their family, talking about all Creoles do voodoo. No, we all not do. I did voodoo due to television, okay? And my family was not like open about it on my dad's side, because it's on my dark-skinned grandfather's side of the family, who is Creole, but they didn't do voodoo or anything else. But I went and saw Go-Go Lady Wrestling, saw Baby Mama who do voodoo, and I practiced that on one of my enemies in school. A couple of them, actually, particularly one who called me the N-word, okay? The white racist one with the same name as me. Yeah. But nobody introduced me to voodoo. It was on TV, okay? But not every Creole person does voodoo. I don't practice that mess no more. And when I was converting to Catholicism, I left the voodoo. I was trying to get involved in psychics. I left that alone. When I was 13 years old, 12 years old, I was trying to get involved in, I was trying to get involved with the cult at the time. No, when I was 12, 11 years old, sure was. Around that time, I was trying to get involved in that. I had a homegirl who was a Baptist, mixed of black and American. She had a Ouija board. I left I bought it, and I'm glad someone told me not to fool with that at 13 years old. So, and I had friends who was cholos and cholas. They was into that, like, one of my homegirls I was talking to in middle school, she flunked many times. She was a chola back in 8th grade. She supposed to be in high school at the time. She was doing the Ouija board when we was in 8th grade. She was like, well, you cannot have no rosaries and no religious stuff, no Jesus, no blessing. You had to take that off and do, and it's scared. Her cholo friends were doing the Ouija board. So I find it weird how you can categorize whole population. And let it be known, in Anglo racist culture here, they say the same thing about all Hispanics. They say the same thing about all Caribbean people who are not Hispanic. The Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Bahamian people, African people, and white Anglo people who are racist and bigoted towards Hispanics and Caribbean people. The biggest stereotype is that all Hispanics from Latin America and including those in the Caribbean and those who are non-Hispanic in the Caribbean do voodoo, do Santerias, do Santa Muerte, do all that. And that's what even Trump supporters, that's what they thought. Oh, these immigrants will be doing hoodoo, voodoo. For real, Santa Muerte, they believe in it. So stop. You and a Dominican guy act just like Trump supporters over this Dominican Haitian thing. It's funny, and y'all Hispanic. The same Trump supporters that say Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Ricans owned by the United States, to go back to where they came from, and they mention this stuff. That's what you sound like about Haitian people. I understand there's bad Haitians. It's bad that Haitians and Dominicans on both ends. But to sit here and talk bad and all gonna do voodoo and we the Catholic Christian country. Do you know, as an ex-Protestant, a lot of Protestants don't think Catholicism is Christian, although they falsely interpret the Bible of the Protestant evangelical. But you realize that you sound just like them. If you went to the South, where it's a Baptist church that's anti-Catholic or Pentecostal, they will talk trash about you being Catholic. And trust me, as a Catholic convert, I know I dealt with Catholicism. So you sound very ignorant. You in Antonio with this Haitian and Dominican, mess, sound ignorant. Okay? They bring the sexual scandal, all the sexual scandals happen in Protestant churches that the media ignores, but that's just weird. Baby girl, please. You sound just like the Trump supporters with this Haitian and Dominican issue. Yes, I know it's corrupt in Haiti, it's corrupt in Dominican, but at the same time, as you're sitting here making this argument, you sound just like a Trump supporter who talked bad about Hispanics as a whole. The same thing you say about Haitians is the same thing that they say about Hispanics. That Hispanics practice witchcraft, voodoo, Santa Muerte, Santeria, Pauliabe. Even when 30 years ago, before I end this video, Mark Kira, white dude, I think he was a priest that knows the family. He went to go spring break to Matamoros, and he was killed in a cult. The cult was Mexican, mostly Mexican, but guess who was in charge of the cult? Was a Cuban American from Miami. Matan, his name, yeah. So he was into Santa Muerte. I read later on, but I heard Santeria, Pabiabe. They sacrificed Mark Kilroy with his bones in Matamoros. And later on, he killed himself when the police kept him because he was his lover. He was bisexual. When his Mexican girlfriend was sent to prison, she went to one of the colleges in the valley. Very light skinned Mexican. Like I thought she was a white woman, but she's Hispanic, mixed race Hispanic. But my point is that they used that during Bush, after Bush won in inauguration in '89. Many white people in the Republican Party used that argument. They used the crack and baby mama welfare queen argument in Reagan Bush days against African people. They used that murder as an excuse to attack Hispanics. And you had coon folks I know, and African was saying, yeah, the Mexicans, they practice all that. Do you understand? So you sound just like them about Haitian people. Okay? That's all I gotta say. That is ignorant. And like I said, the same thing you're saying about Haitians, that's what people in white Anglo-Saxon America, here in the United States, who are Protestant mostly, who are anti-Catholic, who are anti-Hispanic, and they're slaves, they pancake, cotton picking slaves, African sin, like Jason Pitt and Diamond. So that's what they say about you.